We're discussing how to let people know and buy your product in this video. What does it take to have people know about your products? What does it take to have them buy your products as a result? Having a product is one thing, very wonderful or unique or outstanding product, but how do we come back with sales? So that's what we want to do here. I'm going to be taking it on 2 levels, and I want you to stick with me to the end of the video because you're going to be getting the best somewhere at the end and in the middle. So listen to me as I walk you through literally what it takes to let people know about your products and then have them buy your products. Level 1, we're looking at concentrating on your 4 areas. There are 4 things or 4 areas that you personally have to concentrate on in order to let people know about your product and then buy your product. Level 2 will be dealing with how to engage others or use others to do the letting people know about your products and then having people buy your product as a result of other people's engagement. So let's look at level 1, proper dissected. First thing under level 1 that you're going to be doing is to reach out to people you know one-on-one and business. This is one of the primitive way or the easiest thing to do. And it's to let people who know you already become aware of the product that you've created, the service you render. Get them, meet them one-on-one, have a way of convincing them, have a way of introducing the product to them by way of clarification. There should be a clear information about what their needs are. They're not going to buy your product for its beauty, but they're going to buy your product because they have a need that they are tired of, they want to get rid of, and they have the authority to get rid of that product. They have the money to get rid of that product or resource to get rid of that product, and they want it now. So if you're going to tell them of the problem they have, highlight it, make it look very serious. They want to get rid of it. Then present to them your solution for what is troubling them. They are going to give you the offer or vote to buy your product. These are people that you know one-on-one, but they're usually the most difficult set of people. The next thing you do in level 1 is reach out to strangers. These are people who have never known you. You just want to reach out to them and tell them about your product. You want them to, first of all, buy into your product, and then buy the product proper. And you know that people are still going to buy what they need, not what you have that is of great worth or value or beautiful or rumored about. So that's not their concern. Their concern is a problem they have, a need they have, and then a product you have that solves that needs in such a way that satisfies them to the point that they prefer having your solution for their problem than it gives them more satisfaction to have your product in exchange for their money. Keeping their money doesn't have them with that satisfaction that your product have them. So they want to be willing to part with their money to have your product. That's number 2 way of letting people know about the product. Number 3 is content creation, where you have to use the social media handles, for instance, like the Meta platforms and the Google platforms and other platforms where you have got your own account, where you can generate meaningful content about your service, about your product, tasty ones that people can look into and would want to now offer to buy because it solves the very problem they're going through. They want to see themselves out of the mess they've been in all this while because your product promises to solve that problem. So they're going to buy. The 4th thing that you do yourself still is use of paid ads. This one is you're going to be paying for ads. You know what that means already, perhaps. And this will be within the perimeter of the ground of your social media handles. You pay for ads there and run ads that bring you strangers. But reaching out to total strangers that I mentioned earlier, you don't use ads there. Here you're using ads as to serve as a vehicle to reaching out to a wider audience to bring them into buying. The first thing I have done in this level 1 is to make you understand that the first things you do would actually require you to most or bulk of the work trying it out and have it work before you now extend your territory, expand your reach to more people. You're now trying to scale so you make more money. And that brings us to level 2. Level 2 on how to let people know about and buy your product is use of other people's everything. Their skill, their money, their platforms, their knowledge, everything they have in your own interest or advantage. How do you do that? Number 1, use your customers to let their friends, to let people around them know about your products. So your customers that got your product and they're satisfied with your product, the efficiency, efficacy, everything about the product, the brand, delivery processes and all of that, ease with which it was used when they got it. So they want to tell their friends about something they got from you, and that it was good for them. And then particularly when your product is the type that I repeatedly come back to. For instance, I get one, I need to come back. Let me use, for example, Coca-Cola. That if somebody buys Coca-Cola today, he or she is likely to keep buying Coca-Cola for the rest of their lives. So there are products that people buy and they want to keep buying for the rest of their lives. For example, Panadol, paracetamol. In some parts of the world, people will take paracetamol, Panadol, even when they were infants, and then they start growing onto self-actualization and realize that this is pain relief, particularly for headaches. They are likely going to take Panadol for their lifetime. So they're going to tell somebody who doesn't know about your product. They are your customers. They're going to tell someone else who doesn't know about your product. And you see, this product is for a wide market. It keeps growing and your reach keeps growing. So this is how your customers help you to make your product known in level 2. The next is use of employee. Your employee can help you make people around them know about your products. That's why we have marketers hired to do that in our companies, in our organizations. And they do it effectively. So you use your employees to get your product awareness across to people around them. And from there, you can have people coming in to buy your product. And remember that you're going to be dealing with lead collation in the process. Then you move to the next set of persons that you're going to be making use of, and this one is use of affiliates. Affiliate marketers are people who already have